إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في سبيل الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين، ونحن على ذلك من الشهيدين. أما بعد. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Jazakumullah khair for tuning in. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable you to gain more Islamic knowledge, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among the people who are doing everything for His sake. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, my dear respected brothers and sisters, وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most glorified, He has His beautiful names, and we should use it so we could, when we make supplication to Him. One of the most greatest things, or one of the most important things that Muslims need to know is that in order for them to know more about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we will have to study the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And no one knows the reality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We know of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more we get closer to Him, and we know, the more we read about Him, the more we be able to kind of grasp or have an idea of the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Well, I'm going to today, my dear respected brothers and sisters, I'm going to be talking about only one name, and the name As-Samad. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said all the way in the end of the Quran, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ Allahu As-Samad. Allahu As-Samad. And many Muslims, most Arab or non-Arab, we don't feel and we don't know the magnitude of this name. Subhanallah. The magnitude and the power of this name, we don't know, how what are we missing by not knowing the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear respected brothers and sisters, every time I want you to think about this name, so that the rough translation of this name, As-Samad, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most fulfilling, and He's the most fortified, He does not need anyone. My dear respected brothers and sisters, every time you want to think about this name, As-Samad, I want you to think about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want you to think about the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The fact that He is the only one and one only who does not in need of anything, except He does not need anything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when we think about the word As-Samad, we know that naturally this is the person that we need to go back to. We need to seek help from. We need, when we are in the middle of a trouble, when we are in the middle of a disaster, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that we need to go back to, because He is the one that does not need anything. Because He is As-Samad. Every time, my dear respected brothers and sisters, every creation, when we are in need of victory, we go back to Him. Every creation that need some sort of help, we will go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we need protection, we go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we need guidance, we go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we need mercy, we go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear respected brothers and sisters, when we are living in this world, we go through many waves of life. For instance, the farmer, when his fruits is not working, who does he go back to? Who is he in need of? He would go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If there is a ship in the middle of a sea, in the middle of the sea, and the waves of the sea is throwing the ship left and right, who do you think the people in the ship is going to go back to? Allah. If there's a plane that is flying in the middle of the sky, and there is some sort of, and the energy went off, who do you think the people in this plane gonna go back to? They're gonna go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If there is a surgeon or a doctor who is performing his surgery, and horizon of medicine stops, and they have no new techniques for them to help that patient, who do you think they're gonna go back to? They're gonna go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear respected brothers, one time an Arab man came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his name is Al-Husayn. So Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked him, "Kam ta'budu ya Husayn? How many gods do you Husayn?" فقال Hussein, he answered, he said, سبعة. I worship 7. You know, ستة في الأرض وواحدة في السماء. The total of God that I worship are 7. 6 in the earth and 1 in heaven. فسأله النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Prophet asked him, he said, من رهبك? Who is the one that you are more feared of? Who is the one that you mostly respect? He said, الذي في السماء. He said, like, you know, out of the 7 that I worship, the one that I most fear and the one I most respect is the one in the sky. He said, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, فقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, فاترك الذين في الأرض وعبد الذي في السماء. He said, the ones that are in earth and worship the one in the sky. Subhanallah. Because, my dear respected brothers, if we are in need, if we are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we don't need anybody else. That's the name and the beauty of the name As-Samad. From Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my dear respected brothers, he said, قُلِ اللَّهِ ثُمَّ ذَرْهُمْ فِي خَوْضِهِمْ يَلْعَبُونَ. Say, it's Allah. And let them do whatever they want. Let them play. When we say Allah, we are talking about the uniqueness of the one and only, you know, thing in all of this universe that does not need anything. Everything else depends on something else. This is the reality. There is no creation in this earth. Think about it. There is no creation in this earth unless it depends on something else. You know, we are humans. We depend on air. We depend on food. We depend on sun. You know, the earth depends on the gravity of the sun and the energy of the sun. Everything around us, everything, no matter where you look, on something else. And one of the greatest arguments that shows the existence and prove the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is what? Is the argument of dependence. That everything else in this world depends on something else. Everything. So therefore, by virtue, be something where everything else, you know, every creation depends on, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created within us something in which that, you know, as soon as that we are in need of a higher, His word we submit. We have no control over ourselves. And one of the greatest examples that show that within a human being there is something that no matter what we do, we are lenient, we are in need of Him. We cannot live without Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You could claim, you could deny it, you could try it, you could put it aside, no matter, you know, but at the end of the day, you're lying to yourself. You know, the kuffar of Quraysh at the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he stood up and he recited to them Surah Al-Najm. He recited to them what? Surah Al-Najm. And the kuffar of Quraysh, the disbelievers of Quraysh, they were the number one opponents to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, right? They were the number one opponent. But what happened when they heard the power of the Quran? They prostrated. Even though none of them were Muslims, they prostrated. They could not control themselves because of the fact that of this nature. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, my dear brothers and sisters, you know, and this message that we should be preaching to all of humanity is the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created within our nafs, within our hearts, something that is in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the holy love that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have put inside of our chest. That we are in need of Him. We have to submit to Him. That there is no life without us submitting to the Ar-Rahman. Ar-Rahmanu ala al-arsh istawa. That he is the most merciful. He is the most high. That everything in this world in need of Him. Everything under His control. You could deny it. You could hide. You could try to hide from it. But at the end of the day, it's right in front of you. One time, a woman, my dear respected sister, a woman, she isolated herself with a man so they could commit adultery. So the man, he told the woman, look, woman, we are in the middle of the forest. No one can see us except the stars. So the woman told him, and she replied to him, He said, فَأَيْنَ مُكَوْكِبُهَا? So where is the one who created these stars? Subhanak ya Allah. Where are the one who created these stars? My dear respected brothers and sisters, this is the reality that many of us we tend to deny. We think at the end of the day, if we became a little bit of education, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us a little bit of money, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us a little bit of wealth, all of a sudden what do? We would think that we are dependent. We have it all. We are not in need of Him. But sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He forces you and He makes you, He puts you on trials to show you that you are weak and you cannot live without Him. You know, and this is the reality. This is the reality. And the only people who are truly successful is the one that who have directed their heart toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one that have emptied their heart from everything else and they truly have submitted to them. My dear respected brothers and sisters, if you let's say I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you have lost something. Let's say you have lost something, and you start looking for it. Sometime Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants you to go back to Him so you can find that something that you would and you become busy with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so He can help you find whatever you have lost. There is a beautiful statement by Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with him. Wallahi, this statement, my dear brothers and sisters, should be written in gold. You know, look what he said. I'm going to go with you, bit by bit, so you could understand, so you could feel. Yeah, if you get it, wallahi, you're. If you're gonna get what I'm gonna say right now, wallahi, your eyes is gonna open up. Look what Ibn Taymiyyah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. He said, العبد قد تنزل به النزائل فيكون مقصوده طلب حاجته. He said, sometimes the servant, the human being, would go through trials, and his ultimate goal, is how could he uplift these trials? How could he remove these trials? How could he remove these difficulties? وتفريج كرباته. He want to uplift these trials. He want to uplift these difficulties that is on him. فيسعى في ذلك بالسؤال والتضرع. Then what he end up doing? He end up asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وإن كان ذلك من عبادته وطاعته. And even though this is considered to be a form of worshipping and obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. ثم يكون في أول الأمر قصده حصول ذلك المطلوب. So what happened? Because we are going through trials and we're going through difficulties, even though we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that to help us, but our number one reason why we are begging and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is because we want to uplift these trials. What's the number one goal here? Is to uplift these trials, you see. من رزق ونصر وعافية مطلقة. What do we want? We want to uplift the trials. We want more provisions. We want victory. We want health. So ثم الدعاء والتضرع عليه. ثم الدعاء والتضرع يفتح له باب من أبواب الإيمان. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after because you subjugate yourself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you make so much dua, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala eventually He would open the doors for you. And He would release whatever that you have asked for, بذكره ودعائه وما كان هو أحب إليه وأعظم قدر عنده وتلك الحاجة هي همته. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He make you go through all of this. He makes you go through all these difficulties because of the fact, number one thing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from you is for you to remember Him in these trials. So we go through, in summary, we go through these trials. Why? Our number one goal is what? It's for us to uplift these trials. But how do we go about it? We go about it by supplication and worshiping and asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intent is what? Is so He could you could get closer to him, so you could know your status, so you would know that you are in need of his mercy. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وهذا من رحمة الله بعباده يسوقون بالحاجات الدنيوية إلى مقاصد علية دينية. And then this is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is what Ibn Taymiyyah is saying. The mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He drives us through worldly means to go back to Him and then discover the means of the hereafter that we are in need of Him. Ya Allah. We go through, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He make you go through these trials so you could discover, so you could go back to Him, so you could know your status, so you could raise your iman and know who you are, and you know that you cannot live without Him, and etc. So subhanallah, this is one time at the time of this occurred in one of the Israeliyat. One time there was at the time of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, there was no rain. It became a drought, no rain. So Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, he told his people and all his tribe to go out and ask whether they're men and women and everybody to go out and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the sky to rain. While he was going out, Sayyidina Musa, while he was going out, he saw an ant raising his hands, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the rain. After he saw that, Sayyidina Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, after he seen the persistence of this ant, he told his people, go back. Soon you will have the rain. Why? Because he know that if we go back to Him, even if it was one, if we go back to Him, and realizing that you are in need of Him, if you go back to Him, that knowing how weak you are and how much you need in Him, give you whatever you want. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give you whatever you want. When one time when I was little, my dear respectful sisters, I used to hear this dua that the Sheikh used to say. He used to make this beautiful dua. He said, Allahumma awqifna matayana bibabik wala tudrudna an janabik. Oh Allah, make us stand at your door, but please don't kick us out when we are standing there. Oh Allah, make us stand at your door. And oh Allah, if we were there at your door, don't kick us, Ya Allah. Let us knock. Let us know that we are in need of you. And one day, and inshallah, you would open the door for us. This is the meaning of as-samad, that you are subjugating yourself to Him. That you know that the only if the doctors and all of the hospitals in the world have stood at one point and they have no more cure for you, know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have the cure for you. Know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to be there to help you. Who's protecting you? Who's protecting you that at any moment you might get sick? Who's protecting you while you are driving? At any one moment, anybody at any time can hit you and you would lose everything. Who is protecting you when you are flying in the sky? Who is protecting you when you are riding the sea? Isn't it? But you are driving and walking and traveling under the protection of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why, my dear respectful sisters, when you know about the word as-samad, the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as-samad, He is the most He is the most fulfilling, He is the most fortified, you should calm down. Because you're attached, or you're attaching yourself to the one and only the only one that is not in need of anything else. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, my dear respectful sisters, هو الذي يسيركم في البر والبحر حتى إذا كنتم في الفلك وجرين بهم بريح طيبة وفرحوا بها جاءتها ريح بعاصف وجاءهم الموج من كل مكان وظنوا أنه واقع بهم دعوا الله مخلصين له الدين لئن أنجانا من هذه لنكونن من الشاكرين. When you are traveling in the sea and in the land, and then disasters come to you, and you think that you're going to be destroyed. You think that you're going to be destroyed. You would submit and you would realize how weak you are. So, and you would subjugate yourself and you would raise your hand, Ya Allah, help us. And if you help us, wallahi, we will be among the most righteous. Look at, I want you to imagine here, ya akhwan, the level of mercy and the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He make you go through these trials. And He know that once you are in these trials, you would go back to Him. And He knows that after He would uplift these trials, you're going to go back to what you were before. You're going to go back to what you were before. But He still give it to you. He still give it to you. And He still rescue you. Do you guys understand this? Even though Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts you in these trials. I'm going to say this again. He put you in these trials. And He knows that you're going to go, you're going to go back to Him and ask Him for help and rescue. And He knows, wallahi, He knows. He knows that after He uplift these trials above your head, you're going to go back to the shirk and the mischief and associate things with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He knows that, but He still uplift these things. Look at how much. But what happened? This is the reality of sons of Adam. As soon as we reach the land, what happened? We forget everything that we went through. As soon as we see, luxuries, and as soon as we see the wealth, and we see, we have few children, and we have cars, and we have, castles, we forget about everything. Like nothing have happened. Like we were never poor, that we were never ignorant, and we were never, we're in need of in the past. SubhanAllah. فلما رآه استغنى. يعني as soon as we hear it, as soon as we see it, as soon as we think that we are okay, خلاص, we forget about everything else. Subhanallah. My dear respected brothers, that's why the most successful, is the one that the compass of his heart is only and always directed toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why it's important that we can correct this compass. That it does not go right and left. It only and only direct itself toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. Because no matter what direction we're going to go, we're surrounded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're going to run. You think you're going to run from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Because, subhanallah, you sometimes, if you're in need of help, you might ask this person. He might help you once and twice and 3 times and 4 times. But maybe after the 6th time, he would give up on you. You might ask victory from this person, and he might give you victory once and twice and 3 times and 4 times. But after a few number of times, he would let you go. He's like, what? This guy is asking me too much. You might ask someone to give you something, and he might give you. Wallahi, he might give you once and twice and 3 times and 4 times and 6 times. But after a few number of times, he would tell you, Akhi, too much, go man, find somebody else. But when it comes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He would give you, and He would give you, and He would give you. As long as you ask, He would give you. He huwa al-hayyu la ilaha illa hu fad'uhu. He is the only one. And if you're in need of Him, ask Him. Ask Him. My dearest brothers, one time, when we used to be in college, and we were asked to write papers, right, for the teacher, sometimes the part of the rules of writing the paper, he would limit the number of words, right? Like, for instance, don't write a paper more than 5,000 words, right? Because human beings, they don't like, they don't like us to hear, too much from us. They don't want. I don't want to hear you too much. I want to limit it to how much I want to hear from you. But from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as long as you talk, as long as you tell him, he's there for you and he would hear you. If it's 5,000 words, he would take 10,000 words. But talk to him. Subjugate yourself to him. Go back to him. And he will take you and he will accept you. Because this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's why when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he instructed his the hadith Ibn al-Abbas, he said, إِذَا سَأَلْتَ فَاسْأَلِ اللَّهِ. If you ask, then ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Imam al-Ghazali, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with him, he said, do you want to know the greatest name, of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that you're going to ask him with? And because there is a name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that if you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with that name, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would grant you everything. So Imam al-Ghazali, he said, do you know what's that name? They said, what is it? He said, فَرِّغْ غَيْرِهِ ثُمَّ ادْعُوهُ بِأَيِّ اسْمٍ يُجِبْكَ. He said, empty your heart. Do you want to know that name? That if you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with anything, he would give it to you? He said, empty your heart of everything. Then ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with one name. Any name. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with one name, he would give you whatever you want. But the most important thing is to do what? Is that you have to drain your heart from all the sicknesses that you have. Drain your heart from all the other things that you are worshiping directly and indirectly. My dear here, the message here is that you would direct yourself toward Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You would humiliate yourself to Allah subhanahu and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sometimes, like I said, he put us in trials to give us a letter, to send us a message that if you need healing, go back to him. He might put you in poverty. Why? So you could realize that you are in need of him. Sometimes he put you in sickness so you could realize that cure is within his hand. This whole life, my dear sister, to show us that we are in need of him. And that's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us, do you want protection? Oh, my dear respected sister, you need protection? Do you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help you? Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us, احفظ الله يحفظك. احفظ الله تجده تجاهك. Know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Think about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pay attention to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to protect you. You want protection? Then remind yourself of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will protect you. Remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You will see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala right in front of you. But what happens is we have to do our part. We have to subjugate ourselves to him with our senses, with our souls, and everything within you. My dear respected brothers, you have to teach yourself. Teach yourself that you are in need of him, that you cannot live without him. You cannot live without him, and sometimes, when you keep training yourself, and this is the key, when you keep training yourself to know that you are in need of him, eventually you're going to stop asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for worldly things, because you become trained to know that our ultimate reason why I'm in this earth is what? Is for the hereafter. So what happened? You would shift your gear from asking him from worldly things to things in the hereafter. Okay, I asked for a castle. Okay, and then a car. Okay, then Allah uplift this, and it was uplifted. And then. But eventually you would realize this life is short. This life eventually going to die. Eventually, all of the wealth that I worked hard for is going to go to my family and my kids and my relative. So it's for me better for me to ask for things in the hereafter. That's why one time Al-Khalifa, he was asking the son of Umar Khattab radiallahu anhu. Al-Khalifa was asking the son of Umar Khattab radiallahu anhu. He told him, he saw the son of Umar Khattab radiallahu anhu, he was rotating around the Kaaba. He told him, Ya ibn Umar, he said, ask me of anything that you want. He want to like يعني reward him. He told him, ask me of whatever you want. Then Ibn Umar, he looked at him, and look at the one who have confidence in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Look at the one he knows what is the word as-samad mean. Look at what Ibn Umar told him. He told him, what do you want me to ask you of? Something from this dunya or something from the hereafter? He said, if I'm going to ask you from something from the hereafter, then you know, and I know this is not in your hand. But if you want me to ask you of something of this dunya, and I'm not gonna ask because I know that you don't own it, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who owns everything. So why should I ask him? Look at the confidence when someone, he reached the confidence. He's like, he's not in need if anyone. One time, the people who tortured Ibn Taymiyyah at the end of his life, so he told him he heard misconceptions about Ibn Taymiyyah, thinking the ruler who tortured Ibn Taymiyyah, he had misconceptions about Ibn Taymiyyah, thinking that Ibn Taymiyyah, he's making all these he's being a scholar because he wanted to take over his throne. So he told him, سمعنا أنك تريد ملكنا يا ابن تيمية. Oh, Ibn Taymiyyah, we heard that you want to take over our kingdom. He told him, فرفع ابن تيمية رأسه بشموخ. Ibn Taymiyyah, he raised his hand and he told him, والله إن ملكك لا يساوي عندي فلسين. Wallahi, all of your whatever you own, to me, is not even worth 2 dirhams, 2 cents. This is the reality, my dear respected sisters. We have to realize that the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have to realize that we cannot live without His need. We are in constant need of Him, whether you realize it or whether you don't realize it. How many breaths that you take, how many times your heart would pound, all the trials that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put us through, whether it was COVID, whether it was earthquakes, whether it was, no matter what trials that we go through, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He put us through these trials so we could realize and know that only one can uplift them, because He wants us to get closer to Him, and this is part of His mercy. And I hope that we understand this message. I hope Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would guide us, and we would further know the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because if we know, we'll be able to kind of know the magnitude and the highness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. جزاكم الله خير لحسن استماعكم. سبحانك وبحمدك نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. والله الإنسان في خسر إلا الذين عملوا الصالحات وتواصوا. جزاكم الله خير.